Now, I disagree with those who call for this game to be banned. I disagree with those with the call for that level to be specifically pulled, though I would understand if Activision ultimately decided to pull it. I don't agree with that stance, however. I do wish that people would get serious about the fact that these games are not for children. We've got a generation of parents out there who think Pac-Man is the same as Grand Theft Auto, is the same as Halo, is the same as Call of Duty, and that's not the case. And what I saw today was hard for an adult to watch, frankly, but a lot of movies are, a lot of this stuff is, and absolutely, completely out of bounds for a child. Completely and totally out of bounds. Let's go to the phones. 575-8255. I've got Jake in West Jordan. What's up, Jake? Welcome to the Nightside Project.
Oh, thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Fine. You've been following this?
I have been, yes.
Have you had a chance to see it yet?
I did. Yeah, I saw it today.
So what was your reaction when you watched it?
Well, I mean, you know, I kind of have mixed emotions. I understand why they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's obviously not in the best taste, but, I mean, watch any action movie, and it's the same thing. You know, like you said, these games aren't for kids. They're not, I mean, I have 2 young children. I'm not going to let them play any games like this.
Yeah.
At the same time, I mean, it's not fair to call for the banning of this material or, you know, the boycott of the game just for one scene that, you know, I don't know if you've mentioned or not, but you can actually, before this scene is played in the game, Activision has said a warning comes up and says the next part is graphic. If you would like to skip this part, click here. We'll take you right past it. You'll start playing. So you don't even have to play the part if you don't want to.
Yeah, you do have that opt-out position where they give you warning. And that's true. If I were playing the game, honestly, truly, although now I know what it is, but if I were playing the game and I came across an opt-out, I would move forward. I would not opt out. Because I would be concerned that opting out would rob me of important information, screw up the larger experience in some way. You know, you want to experience these games like this in the manner in which they are intended. So I think that it's good that they've got the opt-out. I doubt a lot of people are going to do it, though, to be completely honest. I don't think I would. Let's go to 575-8255. Let's go to Glenn calling in from Salt Lake City. Glenn, welcome to the Nightside Project.
How you doing, guy?
Fine. How are you?
Good, good. You know, I play a lot of games. I spend 18 to 20 hours a week gaming. Okay, Xbox, PS3, and PC.
And you like the first-person shooters?
I love almost any type of game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very much into any type of military games, things like that.
Yeah.
Any type of the shooter games.
I'm big on the shooters and the car games.
Yeah, see, and like Borderlands that just came out, it's a shooter, RPG, all that. But there's so many of these games that are, where do you draw a line? Because in Protocol, you consume, they call it, is how you regain your health, is by consuming the civilians walking down the street.
Yeah.
They have that achievement for killing 50 people in what is it, I think it's like 5 seconds or something, where I did it by just channeling them all to the sidewalk, running them over with a tank, killed 50 people in 10 seconds.
And you were able to get all of their... Yeah, I played a game. So, it was similar to that. It was based on kind of a vampire concept, and you wound up at various points faced with a decision. You could, you had an innocent person, and you could take their life and become more evil, or you could spare them and become more good. And then the gameplay would kind of evolve according to those decisions.
Is that like Vampire Rain?
It wasn't that. It was a Western thing. It was a vampire kind of set in the Old West. Yeah, I can't remember the name.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but see, there's lots of those. I mean, Dark Sector was another one.
Mm-hmm.
There was one where you was an evil guy that was with the mafia.
Yeah, there's
tons of it, but even like Gears of War. Okay, Gears of War, that's one that I've got a 15-year-old son. But like on Gears of War, we turn the language off and the gore off.
Mm-hmm.
So now he is allowed to play the game. Call of Duty World at War, you could turn the gore so it's not as gory. So we turn that off, so I will let him play that game.
Mm-hmm.
This game, I don't know. I haven't seen that scene, but I do know in a lot of games, killing civilians is part of a game. I played a game where you got penalized points for any civilian that was harmed.
Yeah. Well, and that's in a lot of, traditionally, that's kind of how it is. You're not allowed to kill the civilians. I mean, that's going all the way back to, to playing as a kid, in the arcade. You lose points for hitting civilians. This is not the only game where you can kill civilians, and even to benefit. But there's something about the convergence of the gore, obviously, the loss of innocent life, with terrorism, which is such an emotionally charged topic, still coming up on, well, we're already 8 years past, we're into our 9th year, still extremely charged topic. You combine that with amazingly realistic graphics. I mean, it's an incredible game. Incredible in every way. 801 KSL Talk, that's 575-8255. Taking more of your calls after this news break. This is Nightside. And we're back. You're listening to the Nightside Project. I'm Ethan Millett. Alex Keary has the evening off tonight. And we're talking about this new Modern Warfare 2. Rolling out here in the next couple of weeks, but several minutes of leaked gameplay has got Activision doing damage control, and has a whole lot of people really up in arms. And when I first saw this story, I thought, oh, great. This is a bunch of people who don't play and who are thinking about video games getting all bent out of shape over something that's been taken out of context. The more I looked into it, I realized that, no, the context is correct. They're describing it correctly. But when I saw the concern of, other hardcore gamers, of which I'm not one, I do game, I do play games, I do play video games, not as much as many others, but it's something I do like to do in my spare time. Obviously, you get a couple kids in the mix and it gets harder and harder to do, but something I enjoy, I've always enjoyed. And when I saw the reaction that they were having as well, I thought, okay, I'm going to have to look a little bit deeper into this. I'm going to have to find the clip and see it for myself, because the reaction, the people are just as disturbed within the gaming community as they are outside the gaming community. It just seems to be that the reaction is different in terms of what do you do about it. People on the outside are saying, well, obviously it has to be banned, or they have to pull that scene. People within the gaming community are saying, look, this is very, 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 very messed up. As I put on my Facebook page, I put the question, look, this scene is very, 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 very messed up, but should it be banned? See, there's the sticking point, and I don't think so. It is part of a larger story arc that is positive. You are the good guy in this game. And good defeats evil in this story arc. But just like in, for example, movies, you are allowed to witness the evil to give, what's the word I'm looking for here? To give a sense of urgency to the good guys. And you are the good guy, so you witness the evil to kind of give urgency and emotion to what you're doing as the good guy. The only difference is this game seems to have taken it one step further. Instead of just witnessing an act of terrorism, you actively participate in it. Distasteful, to be sure. Effective, absolutely. Let me read a text. It says, I'm an avid gamer and I sell video games to others. I plan on this game selling better than any other game this year, but I personally will warn people. Here's another one, and I've gotten more than one text like this. I'll just read this one. It can represent the several I've received at 57500. It says, don't you realize that you are just attracting more kids to it by talking about it? You are just a free commercial for this filth. And